Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the HGTV Dream Home 2018 Let's Build. Guys, we're back today, ready to continue to get some progress done on this house. Last episode I said I was going to work on some exterior walls and things like that today, as well as some interior. So we're going to do a little furnishing later on in the video. I might furnish this room down here. This might be the first one. No idea why I chose this one as the first one we do, but that is the choice that's been made. So we will get to that later on in the video. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna just basically start to continue to build out the back of the house. Try to get some of these walls filled in. Try to get everything situated. Starting off here with the balcony. So this balcony, I don't know if it's made out of stone or not, but we're going to use stone for now. I can swap it out later. All that stuff doesn't really matter, as we've said multiple times. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in for another episode of the Dream Home. We're starting to make some progress here. I think we're starting to figure this thing out. A little rocky start, but we're on the right track at this point. But yeah, I mean, it's going to hopefully come together. We'll see how much progress we can make today. Status update on the controller situation. My new controller has not come in the mail yet. However, I am using a different controller today. I'm using actually my Day 1 2013 edition controller, which actually works still really nicely. I can sprint forward fast, and all the controls are actually functioning the way they should. So that's good. I found it in the storage closet, which is nice. The bumpers are a little weird, actually, now that I think about it. They're kind of tight. I don't know. Like, I feel like on the default Xbox controller, the bumpers are a little bit too, or like not forgiving enough, I should say. Because I know on my Scuff controller, they're really nice. I don't know. Maybe it's because I broke them in more. I'm not really sure. But whatever. At least we have a functioning controller today, unlike last episode, which I'm not gonna lie, was really annoying. But hopefully my new controller will come in within the next couple days. It'll probably be here like, I don't know, Monday. I don't know. It depends on when I upload this video. I guess it might even be here when I upload this video. Who knows? All right, so we have this built, and this is going to be kind of like the back, basically. If I did this right, hopefully my calculations are correct. Everything's lining up. These stairs should just run straight across the build and connect to where I just built up to. There we go. Perfect. But now what I need to do is actually remove all of these stairs here, because we're going to be adding an extra extension to the house to compensate for the master area of the house on the top level. So all that'll be removed. What we can do is come in here with my black concrete and just kind of fill everything in here. We can get this situated. So yeah, we're just trying to make as much progress as we can on the exterior to start the episode off. Just kind of do some mock-ups for what I think is going to work for the back of the house. Some of this is going to be a little tricky, but we'll figure it out. Alright, so this is going to run down to right there. So now with this part of the build, it's going to be a different elevation on the roof, okay? So I would like to probably start this from the top and work my way down. I want this to be a slab elevation, so it's going to be basically the same as the garage. And I'm wondering when I want to actually start this. Do I want to start it here and go like that? Do I want to start it here and go like that? Decisions. I think I'm going to go with that as the start. Sure, let's do it. All right, so we'll run this down, see where this ends up, and we can just make adjustments accordingly. We have to actually move this over one extra block in this direction, since I'm pretty sure I already lined up those pillars of concrete, so they line up with what I want. Get rid of all that real quick. Okay, and we got a slab, full block, like that. And then this will run across, connect down to right here. And then that'll run back up the other side, so we can get rid of those blocks there. And I think that's what I'm gonna do for this portion of the roof. I don't know, maybe I'll have that go up a little bit higher, maybe one block higher than it is right now, because that would give me a little bit more space for those windows. It's kind of a tough call at this very juncture, but we'll go up one block higher. So I'll start from here instead. We'll figure this out. Hopefully it'll look nice. I'm going to put a picture on the screen right now, guys, of the side of the house. Well, the side that I'm working on right now. There aren't like a ton of images of it on the website, so you know, you kind of have to do a little bit of a guessing game, but that's fine. And actually, this will probably work out a little bit better because I can extend this one block past the pillars here, which I think is probably going to look a little bit better in the long run. Like, do something like that instead. We can place a block there, and then this line will run down right here. But yeah, I'll put a picture up, guys. Give you a general idea of what it's looking like. But of course, at any given point, guys, you can click the link at the top of the description if you want to like just refresh what I'm building. The HGTV Dream Home 2018 in Gig Harbor, Washington, all the way on the West Coast. So far away, but it's definitely a cool house. Honestly, I was watching some of the videos of the house earlier, just trying to, you know, absorb as much information as I can, so I don't have to constantly be referencing things when I'm building. And I got to admit, I really like the sunset over the back of the house. So like it's on, I guess the back of the house is facing west, so the sunset is like every night, which is, I think, is awesome. I mean, that's one of those things where it doesn't really have anything to do with like the build. It's just like, but that type of thing would drive up property value 100%. You know what I mean? Along with the fact that it's on a lake. It's kind of amazing how real estate works, where like the closer you are to water in any capacity, it could be like a lake, it could be a, you know, an ocean. It's gonna drive up property value. It's just amazing how that works. Like for some reason, people love living next to water. You know, it's kind of funny. All right, so we can actually just get rid of this here. Scrap that. Scrap that. That doesn't. We just had that there for placeholder, just so I could, you know, map things out a little bit better. But now we can officially remove it. So I can take this down here and probably leave that there since we're gonna be adding a wall at a later point. But now what we can do is essentially just fill this in with my black concrete, and this is gonna run down to, I guess, right here. We'll get this filled in and see how it comes together. I think the slabs are working here. So it's gonna be like that basically. And then a good thing, I'm probably just gonna do this now, but what I would like to do is just kind of get a little bit of a test to see how exactly this is gonna work. If I kind of just run this up and connect it. One thing that's like a little bit of a continuity issue from the IRL house to what we're building here is like the thickness of the roof. So like this slant here, obviously not nearly as thick as it is in the game as it is in real life. So that's one thing I had to take liberties on, just because I think it looks better in the game. I said I wasn't going to change the roof anymore, but I might make a small adjustment to that, even just like test it to see if it would look better if it was slightly less you know, thick like this. I guess 3 blocks instead of just maybe like 2. So like this would be the alternative here, would be to get rid of that buffer block in the middle and just kind of do that instead. Obviously I'd have to fix it on the inside as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna matter. I'll probably try it off camera. I'm not gonna do that on a video, but it's just kind of giving you guys an idea of some of my thoughts on things that I still think need a little bit of improvement. But we're getting there. The path is clear. Like I said last episode, the path is clear. We have it all figured out. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna actually go ahead and just get this filled in. We don't even need to fill it all the way through. We just gotta cover it up to where it's gonna be showing on the outside. All right, so that works right there. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm actually just gonna fill this in right now. We'll just get it out of the way. I'm gonna grab some swiftness for this. What is this? I just grabbed like, you know, poison. That's not gonna be necessary. We don't need to poison ourselves today. We are good. Let's go ahead and run this across. So we'll get this filled in. This is just gonna help me kind of visualize this a little bit better, make sure I don't need to make any changes to it, and we'll be on the right track. A lot of the back of the house, the reason why I haven't filled in a lot of these walls is a lot of it is windows. Like, it's like floor to ceiling windows on the interior. It's very, very open, which I guess kind of was built around like the whole concept of sunsets, because like there's this great room here, and all of this is basically going to be windows. And in the game, or in real life, it's a sunset right there, and obviously in the game, sunset's gonna be over there, so not quite accurate on that front, but that's okay. All right, so we'll get this wall filled in across as well. While we're at it, again, we're working on these kinds of things. So I'll run this down. But yeah, as far as how many episodes this is going to take, usually I kind of talk about this at least once during the series of every Let's Build I do. Try to predict how long it's going to take me to finish. We're on part 4 right now. I'd say we're probably about halfway done. So 8 parts sounds like an idea. I got to actually check back with the last couple of years of Dream Homes. I think they're probably along the same lines in terms of episode length. But again, I don't 100% remember. So we'll double check it. But yeah, this one should be like pretty much on the right track. We'll make it 8 parts. I have some other Let's Builds in the works right now that I want to start soon. So I don't know if I'm going to start them, you know, before this series is over or after. But there's a couple other Let's Builds that I wanna make some series on real soon here, and we'll see what happens with that. I might finish this series first and then start some new ones. I think that's probably gonna be the better play, just so I don't have to I don't have like 5 different houses working on at once, because that can get a little tricky sometimes with having enough time to spend on each build. All right, so we got all that filled in, and that's essentially how that's gonna work. And basically this wall here is going to be lined up with that one, so don't be worried if this roof is kind of extending past that wall. It's supposed to be like that, so that's fine. And next up, we're going to actually kind of get the slot for this window, so it's going to be pretty much right up against the wall here. Probably just fit it in right there. And one thing we're going to have to deal with here is the double stack. So there's going to be a double stack here, which is basically going to kind of squeeze the window a little bit, and it's going to be a little bit of a tight fit here. So we could potentially do that, have the window be, let's see, if the floor in this room is going to be right here, it's really not even a factor. Like, the window is nowhere near the level of the floor, and I don't think it is on the real life house either, so it's not like I botched that. But yeah, like it's way up there, so you might have to take some liberties with this just because of the way proportions work with roofing from real life to the game. So maybe we'll just do the window right there. I might even do it right there. I don't know, I don't really like it being 3 blocks because then it kind of gets too close to the roof. Maybe 2 blocks will work just fine, and we'll kind of stick the window right there. I think that's fine. It's not quite the same. This wall is a little bit larger. I think it's because of the slanted area of the roof. It's just one of those things where it's just, proportionally speaking, it's just not quite there because of the way Minecraft works. But it works for me. All right, so that's good. And now what we're gonna do is fly over here. I'm gonna actually go ahead and run a lining of some of the gray concrete across here right underneath these windows that I've opened up some spots for. And then underneath of this, we're going to place some stone. So this is going to be pretty much connecting to the ground level back here. And we have to link up the terraform on this side of the house. We've done it on the other side. We haven't done it on this side yet. So let me fly over there. I mean, I don't really need to make any changes with the terraform over here. It's pretty much fine. It works pretty well, so we'll just leave it. Over here, though, we definitely have to make some adjustments to it, which shouldn't be too much of a problem, honestly. All right, so let's just run this down right here for now. This stone is going to turn. We can replace that. Most of this is going to be covered up anyway, so I'm not really super worried about it. But we'll run it down anyway. So that's going to connect there. And then basically most of that stone is going to be, I guess, covered up pretty much with like a flower bed. So but over here, we actually are going to take this grass and kind of run it down a little bit further. We'll just drag this terraform a little bit. This is going to run down around this corner. And then it's going to start to slope down to the sea level. Okay. I'm not really worried about that right now. I might even just do that off camera. But that is at least what we're planning on doing with that. All right, so next up, let me go ahead and grab some glass here and get this filled in. This is the garage. We're not working on the garage today. I'll probably just build the rest of it because we already built it, so I'll just do it off camera. But that's good. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is start to figure out these windows, okay? So what I'm going to do is run a lining of gray concrete across right here. Okay. And this will turn and run down here. And connect to there, and then we'll have it run across here as well. And connect to right there. Okay. And then everything above this is going to just get filled in with black concrete. That's kind of like the drawing the line in the sand in terms of where these windows are going to start, because pretty much everything below this is going to be glass, essentially. There's going to be couple other blocks, but for the most part, glass. And like I said right at the beginning of the episode, that stone down there is the balcony. Okay, so let's get this built out a little bit. Place these last 3 blocks. Take a step back. All right, yep, so everything below this is just windows, really. That's all it is. So let's try it out. I'm going to do 2 blocks of concrete here. And then let's go with... Actually, we might have to do 3. I don't know, like, do we want the wall to be, like, right up against it? Maybe it'd probably be better to do this inside out, because that way, like, I know for sure, like, where I need these windows to be. Probably be the better way to go. Most of these rooms are white anyway on the interior, so it's actually kind of a good thing. All right, so let's take this out 3 blocks on both sides, and we'll start to figure this out. Okay, so I don't think we need this anymore. This was kind of just a placeholder. So we have our first window, which is going to be, I would say, 2 by something. 2 by something. Let's take this down to the point where we're 1 block away. All right. So that works. And then I'm going to grab some concrete and run this across. We'll connect this underneath the stairs. Yeah, I'm starting to think that I might actually make an adjustment to the stairs. I think I might actually make an adjustment to the roof. I don't know. I don't really like the how thick it is. Like I said, I don't really know how else to describe it, but like there's just a few too many blocks in here. I think it's a little overwhelming. It's really not that accurate either, because it kind of takes away from the wall a little bit. Who knows? All right, so that's fine. Those windows are good. Let's go ahead and fill these blocks in. This is going to be a little bit I'm going to have to take some liberties with this. This is just one of those things. It happens. But what we're going to do now, we're going to actually place like 1 block in between these. So it's not going to be quite as many windows as the real life build, but it'll still be pretty close. So let's go like 2 and then switch blocks and then 2. I think that'll work out pretty good. So we'll fill this up here. Fill this up right here. All of this can actually just get filled in. Actually, I think there might be another window here actually. We have 3 sets so far. Yeah, there kind of is a window here. It's like kind of curved almost. So what we can do is we can just place it in this slot right there, and it'll just be kind of slightly overlapping the roof, which is fine. Okay, so let's get these glass blocks filled in so I can visualize this a little bit better. But yeah, I think this is so far so good. I might have to make some tweaks, but so far so good. Okay, so those are so basically this entire room this is all one room basically. There isn't going to be like a floor here to another level. It's all one room. The master bedroom looks down into the great room in the kitchen. Okay, so let's grab this and nope, wrong block, that block. Here we go. Run this down. Start to connect these things a little bit. So it's all one big grid. Okay, and we'll do this here as well. So we have our 4 windows there. There is 1 more window in this space. So we'll fit this in. We have a small amount of space for it. That's 2 blocks there. Oh yeah, actually, I accidentally placed those blocks. Didn't even mean to place those. All right, so this is gonna go up probably to right here. Same height as the lower level. So lower level does have 5 sets of windows. The top level has 4, so that works. Looks like we're on the right track here. Okay, so we'll get this all filled in. Filled in, filled in, filled in. One of these windows is going to be slightly smaller than the rest because of the fireplace. We will account for that in a minute. Okay, we got to place those blocks there. And with this, I guess we're doing that. I have to double check this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know really the right way to do that would be. Maybe like that. Probably be the best way to do it. I don't know. I gotta figure out a way to get that block placed there. Can I sneak it in right there? There we go. Boom. Perfect. All right, let's take a step back. So there's all of our windows. We gotta fill this in. Hold on. Gotta fill this in here. Like that. And then the middle window is gonna have a fireplace there. So that one's gonna be slightly smaller, like 2x2 instead of 2x5. So the fireplace will be there. And then the rest of the windows can stay the way they are. And that's basically the back of the build. It's definitely a lot more open on the real life house in terms of how the windows work. Just because of the, it's Minecraft blocks. So the distance between each window is going to be a little bit wider than it would be in real life. That's fine. It has the same amount of windows, which is really what I'm more concerned about. So we'll go with that for now. One thing that is definitely like making it look a lot different than what we're seeing here in real life is the lines in the windows. Basically, each one of those like panes of glass is just like a clear window. So basically, like, almost like if we were using Optifine on PC, it'll connect the textures. That is something that definitely looks a lot different. We're just gonna have to deal with that though. There's really nothing I can do about that. But that'll work for now. So we have that back wall built out, and we'll start working on the rest of this exterior here next episode. But for the rest of today's video, we're going to do some little furnishing down here. So we'll get started with that. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started here with this interior. So I just filled in the rest of the walls. We have a closet in there, and then this one leads out to the hallway. So just kind of get your bearings straight. Let me go ahead and open up some lighting in here. This is going to be a window. It's going to probably be 4x2, I would say. So we'll just kind of get rid of all these blocks here and place the glass. Let's go ahead and get our black glass out. I don't even know. Should I even just use like clear glass for this? Might look better. I don't know. It's a tough call. I'm not really a huge fan of the city texture pack glass. Never have been. Never will be. So whatever we use is not going to really be hugely popular in my mind. But that's fine. So we'll place that there. That's going to be our window on that wall. I think I'm probably going to do a little something around it maybe. Let's see, maybe honestly, maybe just some concrete. Got to get rid of these again. All right, maybe we'll keep this open until we have 100% sure what we want here. Because this one does have a little bit of a white frame to it. So if we kind of just did that. I mean, I could do that, but honestly, it just doesn't work in Minecraft. Things like that, it just doesn't work, If I had like half blocks, it would work. It just doesn't work. So I don't think we're going to do that. Might just have to go with some banners or something. I could do some slabs over top and then some banners below. I'm pretty sure we're maxed out on banners on this world. Yep, classic Xbox. All right, so we can't do that. That's all right. I'm not really worried about the window. As long as I just want to double check outside to make sure this is in a decent spot. It's fine. Let me just get this filled in around it. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why the terraform is important in this build. Because of this, if this window would basically be underground up here. So that's very important that we have it like that. All right, so yeah, that window is going to be there. That's fine. It's a perfect spot for it. Just need to decorate it up a little bit. So with this, this is a bedroom, by the way, just to kind of confirm that. There's a bed on this wall. For some reason, I'm watching the tour, and there seems to be an inconsistency with the floor plan and the video, so I'm a little confused. So I'm just gonna interpret it my way. For some reason, like, I'm looking at the video and it says that there's a door there that leads into a closet, but on the floor plan it clearly shows that it's on that wall. So I'm really a little confused by that. Not really sure what's going on there, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, either way, it'll still make sense. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Let's build the bed first. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some quartz. Let's do 4-block wide bed. I gotta make sure it doesn't bump up against the door. It should be fine. We'll leave 3 blocks there, 4 blocks there. Maybe we'll do 2 and 5. Probably be a little bit better, so we have a little bit more space from the door. All right, let's grab we need some wool here. Light gray wool. Let's grab some blue wool and some light blue wool. Let's grab some carpeting and some snow, and maybe even some light gray powder. All right, so let's go blue or light blue, regular blue, and then 2 of those, and that'll be our bedspread, I guess. I'm gonna do a couple blocks of concrete as our pillows, and we're gonna do some snow on that. A couple more in front of that. We'll probably just do that 2 blocks stacked up. Gonna place some stairs here as kind of a little bed frame, and that'll do. Actually, what we're gonna do is we'll double stack this, so the blue is sticking out a little bit more, and we'll go like that. That'll be our bed design. I like it. One thing I'm gonna actually do is grab some light gray carpet and just kind of give that a little bit more of a elevation. All right, so there we got our bed. Over here there is a little table, so we'll do some upside down stairs for that. There is a little chair even, so throw down a dark oak wood stair for that. And then we want to have our lamps. So I mean, the thing with lamps is there's so many different ways to do them. I think what I'm going to do is use the end rod, because I like the end rod strat. And then we'll go with some concrete above it. A little end rod lamp there. That works out pretty good. It looks actually a lot better than in the city than it does in the default. I've been building a lot in the default recently, so definitely looks a little bit better. On this corner, I'm going to go with little Danville's anvil. Can't hurt. And you know what I'm going to do to solve this window problem? I'm going to... No, not concrete powder. Let's go with regular concrete. We're going to do a little, like, awning thing. Like that. I don't even... Maybe not above the window. Maybe we'll do it like that. Just so it's, like, not covering up the window. Maybe even, like, a slab would work. So it's not covering up the whole window. Nah. I don't like the variation in color there. Well, we're going to go with that. We'll settle with that right there. That'll work out just fine. As far as lighting in the ceiling, there are some like little lights in the ceilings. I don't know exactly how we want to do this. Maybe like one here, one there. Leave it like that. That snow is 100% going to melt, so we might have to make some adjustments to that. All right, so we have our bed, we have our window, we have our Danville's anvil. On these walls, there's basically just a bunch of paintings. So I'm wondering if I want to do like the television painting maybe. Oh, I forgot about that new feature. Not very new anymore, but relatively new feature. It's actually kind of good because I can do this, fill it in quickly. Nope, gotta go underneath as well. There we go. Gotta get all of those blocks figured out. So since this corner here, might as well just put another anvil. So we have 2 of them. Kind of shape that area nicely. We can even put something underneath of this as well. I might even add in like a floor level of some quartz. So something like this. Unfortunately, this is going to knock out the whole entire... Actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go outside, and we're going to make that little glitchy... Let's stop gravity strat here. Let me do that real quick. So we're going to have these, and we basically just kind of drop them until the cows come home. And for some reason, it stops gravity. I don't know what the deal is. Again, like I've said this before. I think I said this episode 1. If you can do this, why not just make a setting that allows you to turn gravity off on gravity affected blocks, you know? That's just, I don't know. That's my thought on it. Who cares though? At least we have that. So now I don't have to worry about that nonsense, and we can just kind of fill in these blocks underneath all around the room, which is going to be way better. Okay, so we can get these blocks. I don't even know if that block underneath is visible there. Should we fix that? It's not even visible. You can't even see it. What nobody knows won't hurt them. Just kidding. You guys know it. So does it hurt you? Probably not. So we're just gonna leave it. All right, and we'll do that. Just adds a little bit to the room. Just a tad. Okay, so we have our bed. We have our window. We have our television. We have our closet over here. This is fine for now. Probably come and add a little bit detail later, but we're running a little short on time here in this video. I don't want this to be 2 hours long, so we're gonna wrap it up for today. But good progress, good progress. We got one room built. Let's take a look at, see what it looks like from just the outside, kind of peering in. Works for me. Works for me. We're gonna add some details to that window on the outside as well. But we made some good progress working on the back of the house a little bit, starting to plan things out. It's still got a little bit of ways to go, but we're making progress. We're definitely making progress, but things still need to be changed a little bit. I think we need to do a couple more updates to kind of make this thing the way I want it to be. But it's coming along. We're 4 episodes in. I would say we're probably about halfway done with 2018 HGTV Dream Home. This one is not easy to build, man. This was a tough conversion to Minecraft. Definitely a tough one, but it's coming together. We'll get it done. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's been Dan Lags. I'll see you guys on the next episode for episode 5 in a few days. But until then, everybody, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.